Greetings, fellow Economic Insight followers, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Live Economic News. Now we're starting on a fascinating investigation that's sending waves through the economic landscape. Should the USA isolate to save its economy? We're here to explore the complex game between economic isolation and international integration in an era of extraordinary global disruptions and uncertainties. Ensure you're subscribed and that the notification bell is turned on because you're in for a mental thrill trip like no other. So let's get right to the point of this exciting debate. Section 1. Examining the economic environment. To begin this enlightening trip, we must first unravel the complex web that is the American economy. The United States, a massive economic titan of colossal proportions, lives on its sophisticated network of relationships formed via commerce, investments, and diplomatic engagements. The key question we want to address is whether a defensive approach can serve as a lifeboat during economic storms. Section 2. Consider the benefits of economic isolation. Let us get right into the debate by examining the arguments positively advanced by proponents of economic isolation. One probable argument is that insulating local sectors from overseas competition may stimulate domestic economic growth. This boost in GDP might translate into a true surge in job creation, boosting critical industries even as the storm of disaster hits. Furthermore, supporters say that severing links with the unpredictability of the global arena will strengthen the nation's economic fortress against unexpected shocks. Dr. Amelia Economist provides expert analysis. Dr. Amelia Economist, a respected specialist in the field of economics, will be joining us to present an in-depth examination of the possible benefits of economic isolation. Welcome to our show, Dr. Economist. Dr. Amelia Economist, I appreciate the opportunity. While economic isolation may provide short-term protection, it is critical to retain a holistic perspective that considers the effects over time and any problems that may lie ahead. Section 3. Examining the drawbacks of economic isolation. Every claim, of course, has an opposing argument, and economic isolation is no exception. Opponents argue that by limiting access to global expertise, such isolation may unintentionally limit the very creativity and technical advancement that promote growth. Furthermore, the idea of breaking international ties increases the possibility of reactive actions, which could be disastrous to export-driven businesses, while also restricting access to worldwide markets for American goods and services. Section 4. Integrating self-sufficiency and global engagement. Is it possible to strike a balance between utter isolation and unrestricted global engagement? The essence of the issue is the search for harmony that promotes home progress while also enjoying the benefits of international partnership. Profiro's International Relations Expert Analysis. Let us now send a hearty welcome to Professor International Relations, a renowned expert in global economics who will enlighten us on the art of finding the correct balance. Hello, Professor. Professor of International Relations. It's an honor to be here. The United States is at a crossroads where it must create strategic partnerships while still protecting its economic interests. To achieve this delicate balance, clever policy formulations, targeted international agreements, and a dynamic trade strategy are required. Section 5. Lessons from history's chapters. We discover compelling stories of nations that have either chosen isolation or limited global involvement as we go back through history. By studying these historical beginnings, we can gain insights that will help us make educated decisions in the future. Section 6. Beyond economics. A wave in the cosmos. It is critical to recognize that the effects of such a significant choice extend far beyond the scope of economic indicators. The repercussions extend into politics, culture, and society, influencing the very identity of the United States on the world stage. Section 7. Charting a vision for the future. Before we wrap up our intellectual journey, let us look into the crystal ball and envision the contours of a future formed by the decisions we make today. The idea of economic isolation versus integration raises fundamental concerns about the type of society we want to build, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. Consider a situation in which the United States finds an ideal balance between self-reliance and partnership, a future in which local businesses thrive under the protection of strategic policies while remaining connected to global currents of innovation and advancement. This vision goes beyond economics, merging with a global narrative of shared progress, social well-being, and diplomatic cooperation. We find ourselves staring into a work of art stitched with delicate threads of opportunity and consequence as we stand at the crossroads of economic discussion, debating whether the United States should embrace the cover of economic isolation to protect its economy. This discussion has shed light on the varied character of this subject, indicating that economic isolation is a complicated problem that requires careful consideration. The economic landscape is like a dynamic symphony, with each instrument contributing to the harmonic melody of wealth. While economic insulation may sound like a hopeful stop, harmonizing this symphony demands a method that goes beyond simple divisions. The orchestra of countries moves to the beat of global dynamics, and the United States' contribution to this symphony extends beyond economic might to diplomacy, cultural interaction, and shared ambitions. Finally, recognizing that the search for economic rescue is closely related to a delicate balance is at the heart of the matter. This equilibrium requires leveraging the potential of self-sufficiency while collaborating with the global community. History teaches us that isolation can hinder growth just as excessive openness can make a country weak. As a result, the way forward appears to be a sophisticated composition that resonates with the ambitions of the American people and the world at large. So, dear viewers, we bring this interesting chapter of live economic news to a close. We dug deep into an issue that goes beyond economic theory, revealing the interconnection of economics, politics, culture, and society. Your participation and intellectual curiosity inspire our quest to solve the global economic mystery. If this discussion has sparked an insight in you, please give us a thumbs up and let your voice be heard in the rug of ideas weaved inside the comments area below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be updated about our next inquiries into the complicated domain of economics if you want to stay a part of this succeeding community. As we part ways for the time being, we send our best wishes for you to continue your path as supporters of economic knowledge. Let us continue to promote the spirit of inquiry to better comprehend the economic forces that govern our world. Stay interested, stay informed, and keep investigating the amazing field of economics until our paths cross again.